was just talking to one of my neighbors, and he spoke to me about, he was hungover and he'd gone out dancing last night. So I asked him, well, where did he go? So he told me the name of the club, and I asked him who was playing, and he told me who was playing, and the person he was playing was somebody that belongs in the toxic, dysfunctional, narcissistic group that I was ejected or discarded from. So when he said the person's name, a derogatory term just kind of came out. Now, I didn't say anything more about that specific person that was playing the music. I kind of spoke more about the industry and how toxic the industry is. But what I want to do going forward is when I hear the names of these people, a little bit of sick always comes up in my belly. It's like I want to get to the point where it's like I don't want to attack, verbally devalue or attack them, because there really is no need to. And I don't want to get in the way of the karma, because I heard somebody say that karma is a silent gangster. So after all the jealous, envious, backbiting, all the blocking, cancelling, all of the exposing, spreading rumors, turning people against me, bad name calling, ganging up, set up, sabotage, breadcrumbing, love bombing, triangulation, all the things that they were doing over that years of period. And every time they needed someone for a favor, if they were moving flat, if they needed someone to play, they needed someone to do something for them, it was always me they called. Now, I don't want to harbor any bad feelings, because one, I'm not like them. Two, yeah, like I said, God said revenge is his. If you try to say bad things or send out a vibration, sometimes they can feel it, but that delays what's coming for them, because what's coming for them is going to get them, because in terms of like how energy works, what you get out always comes back, and what's done in the dark always comes to the light. So we'll get our comeback, and they will get what they deserve in the long run. It's just kind of sometimes hard to always control that reaction of like not saying something negative about them, because we don't want to be like them, because that would be what they would probably do about you. They actually go out of their way to prevent you from sharing your work, your gifts, your skills, your vibrations with others, because one, if you're around, it makes them look not as good, and two, it's like they want to have control over you. It's funny about one of the things they do when it can be like linked to financial abuse is, there was a job that we as a group we would all do, like a sell, and during the sell you would just like label clothes, put tags on clothes, move boxes, build lots of rails, take these big delivery of these designer clothes. And it was quite a well-paid daily rate job. And everybody a lot of people in that group had that job. And then one day I was cut from getting the call for those type of jobs. Now, even though the person that was behind getting me cut for that job, when I needed money, that person was the person that would give me money or borrow me money. So what they tend to do a lot of the time is they will stop you from your work, from being independent. So if you got a job, they might phone your job and sabotage that job. They might cut you out of people working a certain job. But then at the same time, if you need a favor, you need money, they'll give it to you. So it's like they're helping you, but they're actually the one that's taking away your dinner. It's like they become your only option, so you have to go to them. This is how they operate. So they're very, very conniving, very vengeful, very deceitful. That's also the dark triad, obviously Machiavellianism, but they're also, you know, they also carry that energy. So we don't want to be like them. So I'm gonna try and maybe make a bit more of an effort to try my best not to, but it just comes out automatically, and we're human and we're not perfect. So sometimes when their names props up, it just brings up a negative reaction, because I'm still on I'm not saying that I'm totally healed. I'm on my healing journey. I'm a lot better now than I was back then, but I hope over time I will feel less anything negative, or even feel anything about it. I want to get to the point. It's like a lot of people from that group, I've actually started to forget their names, forgetting what they look like. So sometimes I see someone on the street and my brain sees them, and sometimes they say hello, or they start laughing at me or mocking me or devaluing me. So I think, why that person? Oh, that's that person from that group, or a friend of a friend of people. Because I remember that we used to always sit together and drink and party and smoke and waste away. Now I tend to be the opposite, like in the gym, working, doing something productive. And they want to stop that. So even in your gym, they can spread rumors in your gym. They can they can say stuff in your gym, your neighborhood where you live, your people around you start giving you evil, bad looks, cars following you, like all these weird things. It's all of these people, especially when you go no contact and you cut them off. They just want to have control over you, so they start like stalking you and following you and setting traps for you and trying to sabotage you in any way. All the smear campaign, rumors, lies, projecting all their like toxic vibrations onto us. Nah, man, these people, they're on some next wave. They're on another wavelength, man. Seriously. Everything's about like ranking, like who's where, who's there, and I don't even care about that stuff. But recently, we have to start caring, because we deserve better, and by increasing our level of like standards for ourselves, we automatically kind of don't allow ourselves to get into those situations, and we stop taking stuff from them and taking things for granted, and having like better boundaries in it. So we just have like non-negotiables where certain things are happening, like their manipulations, or like ghosting. You can literally, when someone ghosts you, all right, that's it, fine. And then you just exit their life, stage left. Like I saw one guy who I've helped him so much, giving him stuff. He's used me to, to play here and there. But then I saw him on the street and he had this like kind of like weird look, like fake kind of just horrible narcissistic smirk as he saw me. So when I see this person next time, I'm going to try my best just to avoid, just like swerve. It's like as the people on our side, like empathic people, like when we get these like smirks or looks, like we have to really remember it's not about us, not to take it personally and not to let them penetrate us. Like it's just a real it's just what these lot carry, man. It's just like, oh, it's very like dense, draining energy, man. It's like dense. And it was like when I went to Carnival, I think I was sick after Carnival, like a week or a week and a half. I couldn't move. I was so drained, like listening to this music, talking about God, but surrounded by people that are so low vibrational, or just like neg, or just people just on substances, drunk, neg, bad thought. All of it congregated in the same place. It was just horrible. I was sick for like 2 weeks, literally after Carnival. I couldn't move. I didn't even drink in Carnival. I didn't even smoke a cigarette, nothing. I was sick. These people drain us, man. They're like proper energy vampires, man. Seriously. Can't get away from them. Yeah, man. Yeah, we got these situations that happen to us. We can't let it make us like them. we have to still try and be positive and try and stay up for and righteous, and do you know what I mean? Just stay and believe in Most High, and that we will get our own back when the time, the right time comes. It's not easy, man. I'm going to tell you that. Nah, I just want to just cuss them. And also, when you talk about them, who you talking about them to? It's not like the person talking about them knows, or they have any play or power, or they're going to say, oh, I'm not going to listen to them, or blah, blah, blah. So there's no real point, man. It's like, let people do what they're doing, man. It's just so disappointing, man. It's like very, very disappointing. Yeah, it's just, yeah, man. What can you do? It's just life, innit? It's just got to get on with it. But yeah, I'd rather just focus on things that I can control, man, and just, we got our work, we got things that we're doing in the background, rather than thinking about, these characters that literally are playing a game of like manipulation, playing a game of like tricks, playing a game of politics or politricks, or things all done in the dark, like emails, like witches and warlocks, like the people that you end up not getting along with will somehow be connected back to them. You can always connect the dots. It's never like you have a situation that goes wrong and the person is just a normal person. You find out like 6 months later, a year later, that person is linked to that person who knows them. So it's like, it's all a setup, man. It's like you have to really stand back and look and watch. But know this, when you're discarded, those people don't stop. Like, they can't help it. Like, they're always playing tricks on each other, playing games, jumping into each other's bed. I just watched a video, a true crime of some girl who, with her boyfriend, they killed the girl's mum, like, for money, and just like the stuff, just super proper, like mad, like went to prison, was having affairs in prison with other women, like all the stuff that was good. The boyfriend his story was changing, hers was always changing. Yeah, these people, they can throw, they don't care, man. They don't care. They stood, you see what I mean? So you're not actually missing anything, one. And two, like, rejection is protection, man. Like, God is pulling you out. He wants to isolate you. He wants to cure all our wounds. He wants us to come to him. It's like they could be like holding hands. Say you're in a room and there's a door and they're trying to push the door, and it's like 10 of them pushing the door, and it's just you on the other side, but you got God behind you, like these like big spiritual hands just like stood behind you, just pushing your back, and then they can't get in the room. That's literally what this is. Like, you don't have to fear. Like, one man can remove 600 men, like, if he's prepared. I'm telling you, man, this is all spiritual. Take it easy.